Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Nerds and Words podcast. I'm your host Joel today, and joining us is
Ross?
Jason?
And Barry.
Hey. So a new
Welcome.
face, Jason. Where have you been hiding?
Me, I am hiding in the rather, let's face it, soggy Lincolnshire area.
So no,
Sounds lovely.
no fun there. Well, that is a shame.
No.
Although you say, soggy, we actually had hail here today, which was particularly impressive in 19-20 degree weather. When it started just hailing massive fucking ice balls down.
Well, I work in a basement, so I wouldn't know what the weather was like today. So
You live in one too, don't you?
I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure you do all your experiments in a basement too.
No, that's
So,
a
yeah.
secret lab, Ross. There's a difference.
Ah, fair enough.
All right. Well, I've seen a lot of I watch a lot of Rooster Teeth stuff, both on their website and on YouTube, and I've seen a lot of people on YouTube complaining, saying that they think Rooster Teeth is kind of pay gating their stuff by putting so much on sponsor only due to the RT docs and things like theatre mode. Personally, I can't really see that too much. I can kind of see where they're coming from, but I just wondered what you guys thought on that subject.
I mean, it's easy. They just go and register an account, don't they? Aren't they releasing certain stuff for registered Rooster Teeth members anyway, regardless of sponsorship? Like a day later.
No, with their release schedule, it can be anything from a day to a week. But I'm talking about the sponsor stuff specifically
The
that they are
sponsor
saying is
only.
pay gated. Yeah, the sponsor
I
only stuff.
see. Well, I mean, I'm biased as a sponsor, but I personally don't see a problem with it. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, I guess you can say there are people out there who can't necessarily afford to sponsor, and that's fair enough. So you could argue it's a little bit unfair they don't get to see certain content.
I do feel, however, it is extremely, extremely cheap as a sponsorship goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly cheaper than most sponsorships you'd get for anything.
is
You
it
get it
cheaper
for like,
than Netflix?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Like,
It's,
isn't it like
yeah.
$3 a month?
It's something around that, yeah. And I mean, if you're really a heavy Rooster Teeth viewer like I am, you're getting a lot of content, a lot of content, the kind of stuff that people pay Netflix for. If you think about it, like I watch 2 or 3 videos daily probably, and yeah, I mean, I've got a sponsorship, but they're cheaper than Netflix, and I watch them so massively that it feels worthwhile to me as a consumer. But I guess, yeah, I'm also biased on the fact that I do like this so much. I do like Rooster Teeth so much that I want them to do better. Anyway, how do you feel about
Well, I
it?
suppose I was going to say, I suppose at the end of the day, I mean, if you're watching a lot of videos and a lot of the content that they produce, the cost is going to outweigh the fact, isn't it?
Yeah. What about you, Barry?
This is too political for me. I don't know. I am a sponsor. I never watch any of the stuff early. I never watch any of the sponsor only stuff, purely because I don't know. Just watch YouTube instead. Look,
I mean-
don't ask me philosophical questions. All right,
All right.
It's not a good idea.
All right.
I mean,
So
I know what you mean. I say I'm a sponsor, but the only things I watch on the website are things that are sponsor only, or when the other week when Little Jay's Heist came out, and I couldn't possibly wait 24 hours to see Little Jay's Heist.
That's
know.
another story.
But you know, just stuff like that. I mean, it's very rare that I watch stuff on the site. I normally keep it mostly on YouTube, just because that's where I watch all my video content. But
Can I just say quickly?
I've very recent. Oh, go on, bro.
Me and Ross nearly died watching Little Joe's Heist.
we did, yeah. So we'd been out
Anal
bowling that day. Me, Barry, and Charlie. Me, Barry came back, and we decided we were going to watch Little Jay's Heist. And someone, not going to mention any names, but someone thought a drinking game would be a good idea. And the drinking game would be have a drink every time they used their real names and not the heist names. And
I wonder who came up
swear-
with
I'm
that.
going to assume that was Barry's idea.
I
No,
swear
never.
to God, I got liver failure that evening alone.
I think you got mouth failure still going on.
Well, yeah, I've always had that.
I think Ross is still drunk.
But like, it was a half an hour video, and I don't know how much we went through, but
I got through about half a litre of vodka.
yeah, and I must have done about the same in
Jesus.
rum.
What lightweights? I mean, really, Jason, I'm as shocked as you are that that's all they can drink.
But yeah, it was.
To be honest with you, Joel, I wouldn't know where I'd be on that scale. I am not the world's biggest drinker, but yeah, I've had some bad experiences, like with an entire litre bottle of Southern Comfort before now.
Oh, I love Southern Comfort.
Oh,
I
I
drink that stuff for days.
okay.
I can't drink that stuff anymore.
So,
I do drink whiskey though.
talking about Southern Comfort, I cannot drink that to this day now, and the reason why was I was about 16. I was about 16. It was someone's birthday, and I brought a .75 bottle of Southern Comfort. And the night was going fun, having a good time, blah blah blah, drinking away. And at a certain point of the night, I took a swig, and I thought, you know, it really doesn't taste alcoholic. It tastes really nice and fruity. So I started drinking more and more, and then I started chugging the bottle when it still had half of it left. And yeah, for me at that age, that was too much. I damaged his family's fence on the house. And my mates had to drag me back. My mate had to drag me back to his house, calling in another friend to help him because the whole time I kept trying to go. I was going, no, I could go there on my own. I'm not ruining the party for you. And so, like any good friend, they're saying, no, we don't care. We're more worried about you. And being the understandable drunk I am, the very understandable drunk, I got pissed off and decided to try and fight them. And so I was attacking them, and then as soon as they backed off, I tried to run down this very steep hill back to his house. And in the end, they had to carry me one arm over each of their shoulders and keep winding me repeatedly, because anytime I got back my wind, I would start attacking them. And yeah, to this day, I can barely drink straight drinks, and I cannot drink Southern Comfort. I just can't.
I love Southern Comfort.
I'm guessing. Go on, Ross.
Oh, so there was one night I went out in uni with a friend, and he lived like a few miles out of the city, so he was sleeping on my couch overnight, so from having to get a taxi back or anything.
Yeah.
And we were walking back to mine. It was only about like a 20-minute walk, 25-minute walk or something, but he was so drunk and sort of just stumbling all over the place that he decided the safest way he could get home, rather than sort of just like following me along the pavement, was to follow the white lines down the middle of the road and just walk down a main road all the way home, following these white lines with taxis flying past. Damn near killed himself. To start with, I sort of tried to get him off the road, but in the end, he just wouldn't do it. And I was like, do you know what? Fuck it. Whatever happens, happens.
Ross is a considerate friend.
Well, you know,
Very
I
understandable.
Listen, so, you know.
He asked, look, mate, do you
so,
really want to walk down the middle of the road? Yes. Alright, fuck it. Leave it. I'm leaving you to it. You're in God's hands now.
If you can make a coherent decision enough to walk down the middle of a road, that you
To be
you
fair,
take your own risks.
To be fair, the police would probably let him off because he was walking straight on the white line. He was walking in a straight line, so he's obviously not pissed, right?
I could imagine that scenario.
He's like,
Yeah,
no, guys,
stops.
I got this.
Yeah,
Look.
he's walking in. He's walking fine.
Do you want to know a funny story about the sobriety test?
Yes, I do.
Even when I'm sober, I can't pass a single one of them. Because they're almost exactly the same as tests for dyspraxia. And I did a police-related course at university, and we had to do a load of sobriety tests. I failed every single one. My lecturer did not believe that I was sober. It's like, you must be on all of the drugs.
I gotta say,
I know there were scientific studies done that you can actually eat poppy seeds and
And fail
give a
the
false
spontaneous
positive.
test,
It
yeah.
will, yeah. I mean, it'll
Yeah.
have a slight opiate effect.
I mean, you've got to eat a shit ton of poppy seeds, though, but...
No, they say 2 poppy seed bagels will do it.
You know what they say? 2 poppies a day keep the copies away. Kill me.
Oh my
Kill
god!
me. That was fucking bad.
Is this the level we've descended to already?
Yeah.
And
Sorry about that.
This is what I was on about, Barry, when if we ever go to a video podcast, we can get a bad
A
jokes
stupid
hat,
box.
and somebody will be wearing it.
Yeah, but the
No.
problem is Nathan would have to have it on all of the time.
Oh gosh. He's a
Yeah.
nightmare.
Well, it's either it would either that or be Siraj or Isaac.
Yeah.
That would be the dumb hat of the bad jokes hat.
So we were hoping to have Siraj on this podcast so that he could have a bit of a rag back at Barry, but he's too busy concurrently to actually join in and get some daggers throwing right back at her
Oh,
in his
oh,
anime
yeah,
style.
A
I
few days. Go on,
I
Barry.
just wanted to say I really wanted Siraj in this podcast because he said something earlier. He said that he agrees with incest.
He did. Yeah.
Okay, yes.
I don't want to
So-
say anything because I want to
so-
bring this up on the podcast later.
I was
Yeah.
at work and I was just like, you know what, I haven't heard from them guys in a while. I'll just check the group chat because I have it muted. I don't want notifications all the time and getting told off. Anyway, I have a quick look and all I see is Siraj saying, well, you know, it's not technically illegal if you're sleeping with your second cousin, so incest is illegal. And I was like, okay, I'm leaving that for about 3 hours. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
It started off with he was like, do you know scientifically they say there's nothing morally wrong with sleeping with your sibling? And I was like, oh, I've got to bring this up later.
No. That
He's obviously never actually read a history book. though.
guys, before we even start getting into what does he mean, just think of how accurate that sentence is. Scientifically, there is nothing morally wrong.
I'm gonna try and
I always wondered about morality in science. I always knew that was a big thing in it.
The
Yeah.
thing is, though, like he showed, and also like the way he thinks, or the way he doesn't think, I should say, because we were talking about his siblings and one in particular, and he just went, "Oh, she's my cousin, so she's practically my sibling." And like,
No, she said his quote was, "She's my cousin, so she's my sister."
Yeah,
that
in
was it.
some
And,
some
like,
cultures that is. I had a friend in Serbia who, well, I have a friend in Serbia who is exactly the same with her cousins. She's like, oh yeah, they're like my brothers and sisters. In some cultures, that is just the way it is.
well, now for laughing at it, I just look culturally fucking inconsiderate, don't I?
Basically,
Let me try and
we've
find
crossed
out.
so many political correctness lines and
Hey, that's why you
Hang
have
on.
me here,
other
the PC
lines.
guy.
No. This is the quote, right? And this is word for word. Plus, the gene pool is pretty limited anyway. You can't actually increase it, hence why incest is fine.
Oh, Siraj.
Which is, you know,
Wasn't
I mean,
this at the same point that I said the gene pool needed some chlorine?
yeah, I mean, that's a thing that he said.
It is a thing he said.
And he's run away, so he can't defend himself.
Yeah, so we're gonna have fun with this.
Gosh, why does he give us this kind of ammo that we don't even really
No.
want to use? It's just like, ugh.
And then run away. Yes,
Uh,
David.
It's a shame he's not actually on here because it would also give him a chance to earn his Nivag crown back as well after
Well, to be-
Isaac's amusing
To be fair,
shenanigans from last episode.
as I said, Isaac is way more like Andy Redface. Just his whole attitude in that podcast. I don't know where that happened. We have done a few test podcasts before we release these. I'll come open about that.
And I'm
The others
so
will
glad
probably
the
say
most
allegedly,
embarrassing-
but yeah.
No. I'm glad the
Isaac.
most embarrassing stories came out in the test podcast, so don't
Isaac.
worry about it anymore.
He was not like that in any of the test podcasts.
No,
He was not
well,
like that. I swear.
There was the one where he told the story about his friend shitting in his hand and throwing it into the toilet.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, he really sort of let himself go in the first one. I don't know if maybe he was saving it all up.
Yeah.
The way he went off, I'm pretty sure he did.
I do just want to say he's the best at telling stories because, like, he was like, yeah, kazoos, Oculus Rift. There's 7 people in my music class, kazoos. Like, all he needed to say was, kazoos are cool in my school and I hate it. That was pretty much the first half hour of the podcast.
You're forgetting that he liked kazoos before they were cool.
But not in a hipster way.
No, not in a hipster way. Of course not.
No.
Come on.
If you haven't seen our first podcast, check it out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I
suppose,
haven't actually been
okay,
on it in a while. Oh, sorry, Jason. I'll let you go first because I think this tangent will be a long one.
Well, no, because if this ties into the conversation now, I was just going to say, should at some point we should actually probably explain to people why we are doing what we're doing, because we didn't actually cover that in the first episode.
Because why the fuck
Because we're a
not?
bunch of fucking nutcases, to be honest.
Allegedly.
Because I was always meant to be.
Well,
YouTube
there you go,
famous.
ladies.
Yeah, I mean, that's about it. So, yeah, I mean, just a bit of background of who we are, I guess. Now that we're only 20 minutes into the second podcast.
It's only taken an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, so we're all a group of Rooster Teeth
Nerds.
fans and nerds. Yeah, we're nerds who like words.
Dickheads, idiots.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'll let you speak.
That's them, not me.
Met through the Rooster Teeth, the RTUK community. Isaac, our esteemed leader, who's not our esteemed leader, but
I am.
is the one who brought us together, but didn't bring us together. Or
I am.
something. I don't know.
Tumblr's #1 anime.
Yeah, listen to the first podcast. We all got together, and here we are. You're now listening to our dulcet tones.
What does that word mean?
What dulcet?
Yeah.
Let
It
me-
sounds like someone mispronouncing Dorset.
especially of sound, sweet and soothing.
Oh, that's really
Wow.
nice.
Yeah. Record the dulcet tones of your family and friends.
Yeah, that doesn't sum up any of you
Just out of
fuckers.
sheer curiosity, Ross, have you got a dictionary in front of you?
I've got Google in front of me.
That's close enough.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so
Well, yeah, close enough.
on to what I wanted to talk about now. The little
Is it
tangent I had.
Minecraft?
It was. I saw some message that Barry had said, and I was wondering what the fuck happened since I've been gone.
So I'd just like to say I warned the people involved that this would go badly.
Wait, what did I do? What
Right.
happened?
If this right before anybody says anything, if this is the situation that I think it was, I had nothing to do with it. I took one look at it and went, "Yeah, I am not dying for this," and went back to doing what I was doing.
Which is exactly the same thing I did.
What am I being told off about now?
Okay, so
I don't think
all I
this
saw,
is something you're going to get told off for, Barry.
all I saw in a message was something about Ross being pissed off because you burned his house down.
No,
That is all I
right.
saw.
Right, what
Oh,
happened is
okay.
Ross was messing around, and I can't
No.
remember.
Hang on.
Ross,
Hang on.
Fight!
Hush your mouth
Kiss,
right now.
kiss, kiss.
You were messing around.
Yes.
No, Ross, hush your mouth. I'm telling this story. Shh, adults are speaking.
Oh,
I was playing Minecraft with Ross, and I can't even remember what we were doing, but it was just the two of us. Jason may have been on there. I can't remember. No, Jason wasn't on there. It was just two of us.
Knowing you two, I was probably fucking with my house.
We did not go into your house, I promise. And Ross
Okay.
called me dumb, and I
I'll
got
take
really
your word for it, Barry.
Oh, we did go into your house because I went to see your map room. Anyway, I'm turning into Isaac with my tangents. Ross called me dumb, and I was
and
really
I
cross.
mean, I loved Minecraft, but then everyone in the podcast joined Minecraft, so now I hate it. So fuck it.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Ross called me dumb for some reason, and I don't know why, because I am actually a very intelligent person. And I got really cross, so I started speaking to him in German, and then I started speaking to him in Welsh, because Ross can speak Welsh, because why?
So
And-
what she did was she tried to speak to me in Welsh, but it was very fucking piss poor Welsh. Carry on.
But then I just started like putting up signs in his house or whatever, just to annoy him, and he wasn't bothered. And then
And
so
some of them were nice, some of them not so nice. It's-
this was after me and Siraj erected a giant penis on top of his house, but he got rid of that. So I
I
just
did.
wanted to,
I really
Give it
need to
a-
remove mod powers from you guys.
I decided that Ross might need a little bit of exercise and put lava on his house and asked him how far he was and sat and watched it burn.
And do you know what? She's not exaggerating. I'd gone off halfway around the map looking for somewhere to do something, and then heard Barry just go, "Ross, how fast are you?" And I just, thinking she was about to do something, just went, "I'm halfway across the map, don't." And she went, "You might want to be quicker than that." And I fly over like 2 minutes later by the time I get there, and she's just sat there laughing as my house burns to the ground.
I helped you fix it though.
No, you
and then
You
he did.
didn't.
I did help you fix it. I helped you fix it when it burnt down. And I
You
made
sat
you.
there and laughed.
No, I helped you fix it, and I made you 2 new horses.
Made them. I have created them for you with these atoms.
I went through the
Well,
effort.
to be fair, she does have a lab.
I do. I went through the effort of taming them, which is the most difficult.
Yeah, thump the
thing on
table.
the
That
planet.
always sounds good on audio.
And sorry, what was I
Nothing.
doing?
Please continue.
I don't know what. Anyway, I went through the effort of like building them and taming them, and I named them and I gave them proper names. And one of them was English, and one of them was German, and it was really cool. And then he like filled my house full of chickens. So I did the same to him, and then
No. You filled my house with animals before I filled yours.
Oh
with
yeah,
So,
I filled his house full of mushrooms and bats. So he filled my house full of.
sidetrack. Audio listeners, cut back to about 10-15 minutes earlier when Barry was talking about how adults are speaking.
What's wrong? Look, my voice
No,
is
very,
weird.
no, very adult-like of you to just spawn shit in his house. Like, oh, I'm very mature. I just burned his house down and then in his new house just griefed the shit out of it because I'm a mature person.
No, and then he filled my house full of chickens,
By
And then
Phil,
I
she
figured
put
out-
like 20 down.
and then I figured out if you put down an ocelot, the ocelot will kill the chickens. So I went and helped Ross by spawning some ocelots in his house to get rid of the chickens that I spawned in his house. And then I thought, oh, there's a load of ocelots now. I'll
I'll
be
put
helpful and
wolves
spawn a
down.
load of wolves. And then he burnt my house, so it's fine.
I didn't burn your house.
You did. You burnt my altar down.
Yeah, but I rebuilt it myself straight away because it was an accident.
Look,
Yeah.
what we could take from this is Ross is a massive dickhead. I'm the best person on the planet. Let's move on to the next topic.
I'm not so sure about that.
Thanks, Joel. I'll let you take this one. That's fine.
Take what one?
I think this is a lesson in if you do one act, someone retaliates, and then it just escalates before no one can actually stop.
Can I just point out that Ross started it?
I mean, didn't, but sure.
And like a mature adult, you decided to make it worse.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
I mean,
going to say this now. This
You saw what
wasn't
happened to
the
Jason's
actual.
house in the old server, right? That was a side
Yeah, well, to be
investigation.
fair, I did burn myself, though. I fully admit to that one. And I regret nothing. Yeah, well, to be fair, I did bring that on myself, though. I fully admit to that one. And I regret nothing.
That's not what I was scared of. I thought Joel had found something else on the Minecraft server and was going to be really cross at it.
Yeah, so did I.
Suffice to
So,
say,
you know,
not
did you
what I
guys
thought he
do?
was going to ask
Joel?
about as well.
just don't go on Minecraft.
What did
I
you
think
guys do?
No,
I don't know. We didn't do anything. Me
Uh-huh.
and Jason are completely innocent.
Oh no!
in this.
If we're
Actually-
taking that stance, I'm completely innocent,
Uh-huh.
and it's all Jason's
So-
fault.
Technically,
so what the
Barry
fuck
is
happened
innocent
then?
as well.
I had nothing to do with it.
What the
So-
fuck has happened?
So I came back on Sunday, and if anyone doesn't know, I have a wonderful boyfriend. He's brilliant. He's worse than me. And
Gotta
we were
feel
on
sorry for him.
Minecraft, and he saw Jason's boat, and he was like, "I want to build an airship." So there may or may not be a giant airship flying over the city now.
To be fair, it doesn't really look much like an airship. It looks like one of those,
Well, he-
wicker baskets with 6 balloons on it.
He's called it his battle canoe.
Why the fuck does he get to build anything on the server that's for the group? I'm definitely revoking everyone's mod abilities. Fuck you all.
Oh, Joel, I'm so sorry.
No, shut up. Shut up, I'm done with you.
I
It
mean,
was
I'm just going to say,
technically
Joel,
Ross's
it
fault.
was nothing to do with me.
It was nothing to do with me either.
Uh-huh.
He used your account.
Well,
And it's
Well,
your boyfriend.
I was building the
It was
fireworks
Ross's
system.
fault because he was messing with my house while I was on holiday and
Nope.
couldn't come back to it.
Not good
No, I
enough.
didn't. You know exactly what I did in your house, and it was exactly what you asked me to.
Right. So, very jarring tangent, but is anyone actually going to MCM this year, as in, like,
Yes!
next week?
I am.
And I am.
Would if I could.
Ah,
And
it's a
then-
shame.
Fortunately, I am going on holiday in June, and that is where all my money is going.
I still
you going,
need to
Jason?
do a few more.
I am
From
going
the
to Spain
last-
for 2 weeks, all inclusive.
From the last podcast as well, Charlie and Isaac will both be at MCM.
Is
Oh, yeah.
Isaac going?
Isaac's going, yeah.
And I'm not sure, but I think Siraj might be.
I didn't think
No,
he
he's
was.
not.
I could be wrong.
All I can
Because he's
remember
his exams.
is the fact that I still have a shitload to do to improve my Virgil cosplay and ensure that everything for my Arrow cosplay, which is debuting next week, is ready, done, and finalised. So I still have shit tons to do there. It's like, why?
I need to, make sure my Rooster Teeth t-shirt's ready.
To be fair, I am cosplaying as me. So, but I am wearing nice clothes. I'm not just wearing a
See,
t-shirt.
what's going to happen is you guys are going to walk up to the rest of the Rooster Teeth people who will be wearing Rooster Teeth shirts or Rooster Teeth cosplay and be like, hey, and I'll be standing over on the side like I was last year with my mate and just kind of looking scornfully and being socially inept to the point of going, should we walk over there and talk? Oh, but they probably won't think we're Rooster Teeth fans because we're in costumes. It doesn't matter what we say. It would be awkward. No, let's not. Let's just look over there
I'm not gonna
scornfully.
be in a
Be like,
t-shirt
yeah,
or
fuck you.
cosplay. I'm just going in clothes.
Really? I thought you would have gone
should
without
say-
clothes.
I was going to say, it would be a very short MCM for you, Perry, if you didn't.
Yeah. I mean, let's be fair though, Joel. The RT UK community are generally pretty all right.
Oh yeah, no. The thing is, I don't know whether it was just that part of it, or whether there was more, or it was that day. But it seemed like a relatively young group, and they were chatting away, and they all seemed like great friends. And then me and Alex would have just been outsiders, and we were just like, nah, we'll just look at them and just like, yeah.
We'll
I'm
just
not-
stare at the young children.
I'm
No,
normally
we did
I'm normally
not
the same.
stare. We saw it and we were like, should we? No, let's not. No.
I'm normally
We're
the
not
same
you,
with
Barry.
going up to groups of people, but I went to the screening of Ruby Volume 1 in Bristol the other week, not knowing anyone.
Did you meet
whatsoever.
Jimmy?
And yeah, they were
My mate Jimmy.
fine.
I am the worst
This is
wingman. I just want to bring that up.
Can confirm that Barry is the worst wingman.
What did you do to Ross?
Look, I was in training with one of my friends, and I was trying to wingman for Ross, and it didn't go well because I ended up going on a date with her instead.
What?
Look, right, she's
How
really-
how does that happen when you've also got a boyfriend?
Also,
Look, I don't think we should get into this in this
I'd also
podcast.
just like to point out it wasn't really a date because this girl is straight. But
Does your boyfriend know that you consider it a date? Does your boyfriend
I'm
listen
pretty-
to the podcast?
I think I don't
we-
think he does, but I think he might have listened to the last one because he was talking about kazoos.
Oh,
We
I
were-
was like, what?
we're bringing in all those kazoo fans and then crushing their dreams. Whoop whoop.
we risk getting here right deep down into the depths of Barry's sexuality, and I really don't think that's a place we want to go to.
It's
No,
really
we
not.
shall all need therapy.
It's a cold, lifeless place, huh?
Oh,
It took a while for you guys to get that
Wow.
one, huh?
rude.
Heyo.
Yeah, I was trying to
Joel, you
figure out-
are aware your house in Minecraft is very, very close to Barry's. Or, though
I-
in this case, it's probably going to be strewn across the...
I also am aware
Barry's.
of the fact that my house took less time to build, and I am the owner of the server, and therefore can just restart it whenever the fuck I want, and ruin it for her.
That is also true.
Please don't.
Oh no, I'm not gonna I don't ruin people's houses. It's just because Ross was being a dickhead and it kind of got a little bit out of control.
Barry's like, I don't ruin people's houses, I improve them.
I don't ruin them, I just burn them to the motherfucking ground.
essentially, our Minecraft server for Joel, anybody who screws with this house, he just resets it. He is literally untouchable. We
Oh no!
can't do anything to Joel's house without him screwing with us all.
How did we? I tried to get us off Minecraft, and we're back fucking on it. Guys,
Anyway.
please.
Sorry, that's my bad.
Anyway,
It's just you said something about Barry.
do you want me to segue?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, nice segue you're going for right now.
Actually,
Yeah, cut everything that you just said.
okay.
cut it out.
right. I want to know Barry's standpoint on cooking for vegetarians.
Jesus.
What?
Oh, do we have to do this?
What the fuck is this?
Right, I was cooking something for a vegetarian friend of mine because I'm the nicest person on the planet. Right?
And apparently fucking pizza bread needs meat in it because I don't fucking know why.
No, I was cooking and just being like a lovely person, right? And then I remembered that lard isn't vegetarian, and I had to like get rid of a load of onions and like wash the pan out and everything. I was like, this is too difficult. Why?
I mean, I don't know anyone that's ever cooked onions in lard.
That's because you don't know anyone who can cook properly.
I mean, I do. I use vegetable oil or butter.
No, it's lard.
I would just like to clarify, Barry. I cook all the time, and I cook from scratch, and I always use butter to cook onions. I have never yet used lard.
But it tastes so much better.
It doesn't.
This may be why I'm severely overweight.
You know,
This-
I wasn't going to
this is
say
the thing, though.
anything. I wasn't going
When
to say
you-
anything.
Oh no, we can laugh about that. That's
You
something.
fry stuff in lard. You saute something in butter, which is completely different.
You
It's
what?
got its own different flavours.
Do you mean
You
saute?
saute.
No, satay is like
Saute,
a peanut
saute.
sauce. No, satay is completely different. Satay is like a peanut sauce, isn't it? You get like
Yeah.
chicken satay.
Yeah.
And you
They both sound similar.
It's Jason's accent. He just can't talk properly.
northerner.
Yeah. Fuck everyone north of Oxford.
Hey,
But yeah, no, I mean, going on about it, it's really difficult to cook for vegetarians. It's not. Just don't put meat in the meal. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Really simple.
no, because they can't eat parmesan either. Apparently,
Can't it, what, sorry?
parmesan?
No, Parmesan, but any other cheese, pretty much. I say any other. Not
Right,
Parmesan.
I'm going
But,
to
like-
probably sound really, really stupid here, but why not parmesan?
Because it's got rennet in it, which is
Dead
from
cow.
the gut of the
Well-
cow, I think.
No, it's they cut open a calf while it's still like drinking milk and like extract all of its stomach juices and mix it with the cheese.
There you go. That sounds about right.
That's what cows are.
Parmesan suddenly sounds so appetizing.
Yeah.
I would explain why it smells like vomit.
I love parmesan, but I thought that was all cheese. Is it not all cheese?
No, most cheese is absolutely fine. At the end of it, it's just effectively curdled milk.
Yeah.
It's cheese is
Well,
absolutely
yeah,
fine. It's
essentially.
just stuff that's got rennet in it, like Parmesan. Any hard shaved cheese generally isn't vegetarian.
Is there any other hard shaved cheese other than parmesan?
Don't know. Probably.
I think there is one that I just don't remember the name of it. I shall Google it later. But I'm pretty sure there is one other.
But yeah, I don't think Baby Bell is vegetarian.
Oh, the most sophisticated of all the cheeses.
I was gonna say not real cheese, really, but you know,
I'm pretty sure it should be vegetarian. Is plastic vegetarian?
mini cheddars never used to be vegetarian.
Cheese and onion crisps aren't vegetarian.
I think they are.
No, they're not. But smoky bacon is.
Smoky bacon isn't.
Yeah, it is.
But Walkers are.
Technically, all crisps should be vegetarian because they don't actually contain any meat whatsoever. The flavourings are all chemical.
You know,
Yeah, but
I've heard scientifically that it's morally fine to give any type of crisps to vegetarians. So, from a good source.
Does that good sauce begin with an S and end in a J?
No. Sauce begins with an S and ends with an E.
What?
Wow, I really lost you with that. Okay.
You really
Okay.
I mean, you've lost me as well, so.
Sauce begins with an S and ends with an E.
Joel went
Oh wow. Oh wow, you guys.
Joel went off
How
on a
about-
complete tangent. Like,
How
huh?
about from now on, you just don't tell jokes? And
That-
that'd be better for all of us.
That was just me making a dismissal little stupid thing. That wasn't trying to make a joke. I'm astounded at how all of you were stumped. That wasn't even like high wit stuff.
I mean, it was.
Well, no. To be fair, I got the word you were talking about. So I was quicker on the uptake.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Your mum is so classy. She's like a Marxist utopia. Yay. I needed to bring up my intelligence there, so.
So, talking about mums. Talking about mums.
I thought you were going to say talking about Marxism then, and
No.
I was just about to go into my element.
No.
But no, you're going for mums.
Talking
Carry on,
about
Joel.
mums. My mum is a hairdresser. And for the last couple of months, I've been slowly growing out my facial hair so that I'd have kind of like, I guess, nearly homeless look for when I do the island version of Arrow from the show. Anyway, my mum went, "Oh, your hair's going all over the place. I'm just gonna shape it because it's doing its poofy thing again." So I was like, "All right then." So she starts cutting my head, and then I feel her.
Cutting your head.
Yeah, cutting the hair on my head then. Do I need to be that specific? Yes, I'm still alive while she cut my head. Thank you, Barry, for your fucking good input. Anyway,
Barry broke Joel.
she started cutting the hair on my head. And then I felt her snip near my ear. And I thought, oh, that's weird. And then she snipped near my chin. I went, wait, are you cutting my beard? And she said, oh, well, it's too late for me to stop now. I've got to neaten it out, otherwise you're going to look stupid. So I was like, fucking damn it. So she's completely ruined one of the Arrow cosplays I could have done. And it's really fucking pissed me off. And it felt like a total Gus moment where I was just like, oh yeah, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
Anything different with your beard?
No, nor did I.
Oh, it's a lot smoother now. It's actually trimmed in place rather than just poofy all over the place kind of crap.
When
I
is
wish I could
MCM?
grow a beard, Psycho.
MCM is next week.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I was going to say you might have enough time to get it, let it weird itself
Nah.
out again.
No,
Depends how quickly it grows.
not with the amount she cut off. No.
but like, intelligent people always have beards, don't they?
Yes, can confirm.
Stephen Hawking, fucking stupid. He doesn't have a beard.
Nor did Albert Einstein, did he?
Alright, well,
Yeah, they're
Oh,
known
yeah,
for being
also-
dumb, right?
But you know.
I mean,
I'm
who
intelligent
believes in
enough
E equals MC squared? Fucking idiot.
alright, I take that one back. Real, pretend that didn't happen.
You know, you've had some
it's
really
on
good
recording
input
now,
now,
Barry.
Barry. You've done so well in the last few minutes. We're really proud of you. We should give you a little clap. Well done. Well done.
Aw.
Welcome to being the whipping post.
Siraj, where are you?
Oh my god, no one's ever wanted Siraj to be here before.
No more than Barry does right
I
now.
think Barry's fine. I think Joel has defeated Barry.
Look, this is why no one tries to fuck with me, because I will crush their spirits, then I'll crush their bones, and then I'll leave them crying for death and make them live anyway. I'll give them an IV to keep them alive afterwards, and when they finally have hope and they finally have a reason to live again, that's when I kill them.
Barry, could you.
Ross.
So this is the equivalent of like giving them a sandwich to keep them going.
For fuck's
Could
sake.
you, could you be a dear for me and arrange a conversation between Joel and Jacob? I want to see that.
Who the hell is Jacob?
I want to see that happen.
You really don't.
I really do. That's Barry's boyfriend. Evil himself.
Oh, that was it.
Fucking fight me, that's my title.
I really want to see that happen. I mean, the audience
Bring
has got
it.
no idea who Jacob
Fucking
is.
bring it. Well, you just said
Jacob.
he was Barry's boyfriend, but nice job calling him Jason afterwards or something like that.
Yeah, you know. whatever. I
Jason,
recovered.
you're now
Fuck
Barry's
you.
boyfriend. So if you're hearing
Oh,
this,
yeah.
Jacob, sorry. She's actually been cheating on you for a couple of years now. Jason is her boyfriend. So yeah, pack your bags. Can you fuck off? She doesn't want you around anymore.
Jacob, please don't listen to this podcast.
I suddenly worry for my own life.
How quickly I can turn it around on people. You be quiet. I'm bringing you in. I'm bringing you in.
Besides, it's been amusing listening to you destroy Barry.
Yeah. Normally it's Barry destroying Ross. You know, in a more sexual manner.
What? Sorry, what?
Sorry, Jacob.
Well, to be honest with you, I thought it would be more a Siraj thing than Ross.
No, that's me destroying Siraj. Please, he's mine.
Well, I think everybody's been taking their turn with him.
And I've
to
told
be fair.
them he's my property. On his collar, there's a little tag that says "Property of Joel."
Joel,
That
you
means
risk-
don't fuck with him. I'm the one who fucks with him.
You risk this getting a little bit racist. He's my property. There's a little tag on him.
I said,
Suggesting he's is he 3/5 of a person by any chance?
see, Ross, you're trying to make me sound racist. I was putting him more on the level of a dog. The way he's so docile to me, and he's always like, "Oh, Joel punishes me all the time and keeps me in his torture chamber." And I love it, and that kind of stuff. But, you know, you've tried to make me look racist, and well done, because people really won't fucking care now that I've told them the full story.
This got so full of soul so quick.
Yeah. I think I got a little nibble there.
Wait, I'm salty? Me? Never!
No.
No! I'm the kindest soul on the world.
The reason, and Jacob, if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry. The reason that we can't arrange a meeting between Jacob and Joel is because Jacob's now calling him Jojo.
Oh, I forgot that was a thing.
He's calling me what?
I'd forgotten that happened.
He is calling me fucking what?
And I'd forgotten we were all going to start calling him Jojo, weren't we?
Well, I wasn't because I want to live.
Something tells me this is going to get a be a sign on Joel's house saying Jojo.
I remember every single one of you who said you would fucking turn up to MCM. I will be watching and waiting for you. You will not see me coming. And you will regret every single word you've said.
You know, as long as I manage to get a final Jojo in before you kill me, it'll be entirely worth it.
You will not.
He was like, "Who's your friend?" As a Jojo.
Yeah, I'm going to be watching the newspaper for several missing people reports in the next couple of weeks. Because at least then I can say, well, I knew them.
Please release this recording if I...
There-
No, actually, please do not release this recording if I die.
Look, I'm sorry that Jay Cobbler is so much of a commoner that he cannot remember someone's name because his level of wit is just the level of a rock. One thinks one should hold higher standards, Barry, and one thinks one should aim higher than just such a commoner.
Oh, this got personal quickly.
Joel's descended into Dark Lord mode now.
Oh, this isn't Dark Lord.
That's
You've
what I
heard
just
me.
talked to Joel about. Joel,
Hmm?
that was my thing, and then you nicked it, and I was really sad.
What did I nick from you?
The Dark Lord thing.
I'm not a Dark Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you stole it afterwards.
Well,
I'm
Jason
not.
told me. I spent ages being sneaky.
Oh,
like,
the whole signs and everything. Oh, the signs that I then put around all of your room and around Ross's just to fuck with the person who was doing it, which I was pretty sure was you. Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
fucking funny. I knew that would be pissing you off.
I wasn't annoyed. I was sad.
Yeah, yeah.
I cried. Jason can
Good.
confirm I cried.
She did.
You know,
Well,
it's-
no sense to anyone.
it got to the point where I forget why I mentioned it to Barry, but it was a
No,
whole
I
reason
found-
because I think Barry told.
So
found
you
one that I
you
didn't put
you
down.
told her.
I mean, it was fairly obvious
Yeah.
after a while that it was you, Joel. Before Jason said anything.
Jason, you
To be
betrayed
fair,
me,
Barry did say she thought it was you.
and you confirmed it. You have betrayed me.
It's not a secret if the person already knows it's you. Yeah.
I popped onto that server the other day just to see how our little area was getting on, and it spawned me back at the home base point and said, "Oh, we've updated. All your stuff is still there." And I was like, "Okay, brilliant. I'll /home to get there," and did it. And it was like, "You've got no home." I was like, "All right." I think they
So
destroyed our base. I think they found the rest of our signs and went, "That's going," and got rid of it.
oh, you mean in the old server, right?
Yeah,
With the Siraj hole and what?
Oh, I'm gonna.
because we were on a server who didn't approve of lesbians. It turned out
That was true.
but they did approve of a shrine dedicated to the murder of Siraj. So, swings and roundabouts.
I love how I made a
Is it
whole contraption, which was a literal hole, to bait Siraj into following me into, and then falling down it and being trapped there, not being able to climb back up. And the one person who fucking fell in the end ended up being Isaac, and he was trapped and couldn't get out, and just whined, complained, started fucking with everyone's shit, and then wouldn't come back on for like a month.
He was trapped there for so long. One day when I think it was me and Charlie were on there, he was just stuck down there.
Why
for
didn't he just teleport
so
out?
long. He didn't realise he could.
Oh wow.
We like sort of just throwing bits of cobblestone at him, and he was desperately trying to knock his way out of there, trying to find a way past the signs. Oh,
Is it worth suggesting that they may have destroyed our respawn points because we've not been on there for so long?
possibly. I don't know. Would they do that though?
Yeah, I could see them just destroying stuff that people who aren't active left. Also,
Yeah.
we didn't claim the land, so...
Yeah, that's true.
That
Either way,
lovely pink house I had for Siraj, that looked like his arsehole.
Either way, I couldn't be bothered to walk like through the world trying to find it again. So I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh fuck it, it's gone."
I think what I might do is after we've been on this call, or I might do it tomorrow. I might go and have a look, see what they've done, see if it's still there.
Fair enough. Do
Because my new house that I had to build after I got run out of town was in a fairly isolated location. So I think if they have destroyed stuff, my stuff might still be there.
Okay,
If they haven't destroyed it.
okay. Some people feel we've had enough salt in this podcast. I'm saying we haven't had enough salt. You just reminded me of what happened before this
Right.
podcast. I was playing
Okay.
Smite with Siraj. Finally, I actually
Oh.
got to play Smite with Siraj.
did he beat you?
No, he was on my team. But, every single fucking time we played, we had the derpiest motherfucker who ran his Smite game off a potato and would just dive into the enemy team and be like, "Oh, I can 3v1, this is easy. Oh, I'm taking damage? Why not?" And every fucking time we barely won the first one. The second one we got decimated because fucking idiot on our team. The third one, we had a fucking Ra, I think it was. And not only was he running it on a potato and therefore teleporting all over the place like the potato eater he is. Anyway, he was teleporting all over the place, and the only fucking thing he would do in the game was farm the creep that was going through, which then means that me and Siraj were not getting the kills from the creeps, and therefore gaining the golden XP we needed to actually defeat the other team. Surprisingly enough, we got decimated. I'm fucking sick of morons playing. Why do they always have to be on my team and then the enemy team is a whole fucking clan?
The audience won't know this, but the only time Joel speaks to us is to bitch about people on Smite.
That's
Never
actually
talked about any
not
other
true,
time.
but it probably equates to 30%.
I mean, there was a point from where for about a week solid, that was all you said to us.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever heard Joel talk about anything but Smite, to be honest.
Would you like me to talk about Jacob again? That's what I thought.
I will say that I can't remember. Did we talk about Siraj and Smite in the last podcast? I can't remember if we did. or
Yeah,
not.
yeah, we did.
Oh,
No, we didn't.
I'll bring it up then. But yeah, I mean, he's constantly on it. I bet he's playing it right now. I'm going to check. 1 second, please. He's playing it now instead of.
Wait,
fucking being on the podcast.
I've got him on Steam. No, he's not playing it right now because he plays it through Steam, so there's always a notification and I can see it on my friends list. But no, he's not.
Fair enough. I'll let him off then.
Where
This
is
one
he?
time.
He
He's
was in the Hangouts.
studying.
I don't know. He
He's
said
in
he
the
would. He did
Hangouts
read.
there.
I put a message onto Google like 20 minutes ago, and he read it. But
We're not good enough for him. He doesn't think we're worth his time. So you know.
he doesn't.
I tell you what, I have enjoyed that came out recently. XCOM 2 had its Alien Hunter DLC pack come out, and that I started an entire new campaign for that DLC, and I've got to say, fighting that was incredible. It was a challenge, even though I was playing on normal difficulty for me. But I'm not an amazing XCOM player anyway. But the way it works is you'll encounter these rulers, and no matter what move you make with one of your units, whether it's moving or attacking or using any kind of skill, it will then move on to the ruler's turn immediately after that action. So rather than being able to just do like a turn-based kind of thing, it gets a turn every single time you make any kind of judgment, and it made it so much more difficult. And I'd been on an absolute winning streak, just destroying shit, and this fucking Archon ruler came along, and in this VIP extract that the council member wanted me to do, it came along, activated the rockets, and just blew the shit out of my team and killed the VIP. My team barely escapes alive. The VIP died, and then like a day after in that mission, the councillor goes, "You have disappointed us, you've not done great, you're going to get very little supplies." I'm thinking, bitch, please, what was I supposed to expect? Why? That's not my fault. Why? But no, I love that pack. It was absolutely brilliant, and each one you killed gave a new kind of armor, as well as there being a few new weapons, and it has been very, very, very good, and the modding community in that game has been brilliant. So if you haven't played XCOM or XCOM 2, I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was just going to say. I've not played XCOM 2 yet. I want to. I just can't justify the 35 quid on it.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as it comes down in price to sort of like 20, 25, I'll pick it up, and it looks like a brilliant game. Like I've watched, I obviously watched the Achievement Hunter Let's Play of it, and I've watched Scott Manley did a few episodes of it, and I watched some of them, and it looked brilliant.
If you really want to break your own heart, put it on heroic or like hard or Iron Man mode. Name the squad units you have as friends and family.
Oh, do they die permanently or something then?
Yes. They can absolutely die permanently, and then there'll be a little memorial service, and it will go through their track records and their service record, all the kills and all this shit. And I remember Jack talking about it on the Rooster podcast ages ago, and he's like, "Oh, Snipey, why? Snipey, why did you have to die?" This kind of shit. And I laughed at him then. And then later when I played XCOM, I understood his pain, and it really was upsetting. Yeah, like I had this guy for 81 missions. 81 fucking missions. He was that bigger part of my team, and now I've got to have some piece of shit squaddy take his place, who has none of the abilities or any of this shit, because I haven't been using him. Heartbreaking.
That's what I always used to hate with Xenonauts. I don't know if anyone's played that.
I can't say I have.
It's sort of similar-ish in a way, I guess, to XCOM. So I'm told, having not actually played XCOM, but It's the same thing. Like you'll spend ages sort of like getting these people built up to a high level, and sort of like you know what you're doing with them, and they've got a certain amount of time units and strength and accuracy, all the rest of it, and then they die and they get replaced by some fucking rookie, and you're just like, oh shit, that's ruined everything.
It's brutal. It's brutal when you end up having to play a squaddy, and you're like, okay, so you're pretty much useless, but I've got to get kills with you, even though you are so inaccurate because you have no experience. To get experience, to make you useful, it is a colossal fuckery that happens, and you're just on the edge of your seat. If any squaddy comes in, you're on the edge of your seat, just like, please hit, please hit, please hit, you motherfucker! Every single time.
I don't know whether my mic has died, but if it has, is it?
No,
died?
you're still here.
No,
You're still
here.
here.
Okay, so you just ignored the two.
No, you're still here.
So it's fine.
So
has anyone else been playing any games that they're really interested in or want to talk about?
Stardew Valley. I've
there
been
we go.
sucked in.
No,
You go for that.
stop it.
Okay.
Ross, talk
All
about
right.
what you want to talk about.
No, I mean Stardew Valley looks really good. I've just not picked it up yet.
I have been playing a game. It's called Call of War. I've actually just finished my first game of it. I actually won, and that's only because everybody else fucked off in the server. So I was just left left on my own, playing my own devices, building up my armies, then slowly taking over the entire world. It's actually really, really nice having a entire world that's controlled by the Greater Finnish Empire.
Why did you play as Finland?
Well, when you jump into a game, you're randomly given a country. So it could be a really good country like the United States or
This is going to get political.
Great Britain or France.
France.
But
Did he just say France was a great country? Us Englishes don't allow that kind of speak here.
if you get France, is your only weapon a white flag?
Yeah, your only weapon is the parkour mastery of being able to run towards the enemy base and pretend you've captured it until you get shot, or running away shouting "I surrender." Also,
no, but
welcome any
that is
people
how
who
you
are
tell a French
French.
soldier from any other soldier. Armpits.
What?
But French soldiers, surrendering, sunburnt armpits. No.
Good.
Alright.
Well done.
I
No,
got
it's
it.
awful.
I got it.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I've sort of been playing recently, or I've put quite a lot of time in recently, is GTA 5 again. I played it on the 360 when it came out, and I've just I got it for PC a few months ago, and then finally got a controller for my PC
I need to get a new one.
a month or so ago, and I've just put so many hours into GTA 5 doing the
It's
story
good.
mission again.
All right, Barry.
I
hate
suppose
myself
the
for
only other
saying
game
this.
that we
Sorry?
I hate myself for saying this, but go ahead. Talk about it. Everyone else had their chance.
Look. I am female, I think.
So they say.
So they say. I just got really sucked into it, and like, there's a little nerd that lives in his mum's basement. I'm like, I'm gonna marry you, so he's my waifu. But I'm not very good at it because I'm not very good at games. So yeah, move on.
Solid topic.
Good talk. I quite like it.
So glad I came back for that.
I mean, it looks like a.
I suppose the
really
only
good
other game that we've been playing is Town of Salem, really, isn't it?
I've not played much.
I
of
burnt out on that.
Me, Charlie, and Nathan had a game on the weekend, a couple of games, where Charlie streamed so that me and Nathan could see exactly what she was doing. But whatever, screen watching and all that. But yeah, so I had a couple of games then. But other than that, I've not really played in a couple of weeks.
I've only played it once, and I just found my best friend in the dead chat, and now I have a new best friend.
I just remembered. We talked about this last podcast and still haven't done it. We need to still play fucking Damned again.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
I can't believe
Well, I
I
mean-
forgot about this.
As of
Purely just for me to watch me being bad at games.
as of next week, I should be in a new room with a proper desk setup and stuff, so I'll be up for more games like that.
Wicked.
I will finish my language courses, so I will have more time for games and stuff.
So yeah, audience listening in, we'll have a channel at some point probably for when we play games.
We have a channel.
For when we play games, I assume that's not going on the podcast channel, is it?
It could do. We could just have them in different playlists.
Yeah. Okay, so there might be some videos on this channel, they might be on a different channel, but if you want to see us playing some games, then that'll be coming.
If you want to see
shortly.
me being bad at games, then that will be coming shortly.
And if you want to see me survive through Damned way longer than everyone else and deal with the insanity that happens in it, it's a ticker box, which is ridiculous, and none of these guys are good enough to last that long.
Hey,
You'll probably
that's
see that too.
rude. Technically, I lasted that long, but just as the monster.
You lasted that long because you couldn't find and kill me.
I kept getting scared by my own friends.
Oh gosh. Barry's the
This
best.
is also based on the fact that I've not actually played Damned yet.
Imagine Barry as a monster in real life, just like, oh, that's Mirror. Oh gosh.
Not gonna lie, I've done that in real life. I apologise to mirrors all the time. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're a mirror.
Oh wow.
So this there was one time when I was this isn't to do with games at all. But when I was at uni, there was it was like one of the first nights of the year, one of the freshers' evenings or something, and they were doing like a nighttime tour of the city, drinking places and stuff. And I was helping out with it, so I was completely stone cold sober, not had one drink. And we were like trying to get this group of people out of one club so we could get them onto the next one. And I walked, and I saw a few people in the smoking area. And to get that, you had to go in and back out again to a door just to the right. And so I went in.
Did you parkour it?
No. I went in through there was two sets of doors. I went in through the first set of doors, and instead of going through the second set, I turned to my right, thinking I'd get to the smoking area that way, and just smacked straight into a glass panel. Completely sober. The bouncers at the door just started pissing themselves for a good
I can imagine.
second before one of them finally managed to get his breath long enough to go, "You're right, mate." And I was just like, yeah, I thought I could get to the smoking area that way.
Did you just start slurring? Did you just start slurring, just like, I can play this off as pissed and it's way less embarrassing?
No, I just went with it.
Oh,
no. The embarrassing bit was walking into the window. Whether I was drunk or not, I just thought, fuck, I'll just own it.
Oh yeah, but if you're drunk, then people understand way more, and it's like, oh, he's drunk, he's a fucking idiot, but he's drunk. If you're sober, they're just like, oh wow, look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It was, yeah, I imagine it must have been a satisfying sound, though, with my face just straight into the window.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing a Ross-shaped imprint on the window.
like with birds when
Like
they hit into the
cartoon.
windows. just the oil marks of Ross from not having washed today. He's just like.
I could just see him like walking toward them and just slowly like smearing down.
Well, that would only happen if it was Isaac's wall.
Ew, gross.
Right, okay. That was a sentence that just happened.
That's not something I want to think about.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is what they call a callback. I almost said
Yeah.
comeback, but Isaac kind of just leaves it on the wall. So
I'll be honest, I think this is where we end. Because
Yeah.
we're just
Yeah.
at this point.
wait, you guys are only just? Ah.
Yeah,
I wasn't paying attention. What did you say?
I wouldn't ask.
All right. Well,
No.
thank you very much for listening.
I'm so sorry, people.
Jacob. Well, you've heard what's happened now. Every other listener, we love you. Not him though. Yeah.
He's never gonna listen to this. He's never gonna.
We're
be
gonna
allowed.
send it to him. We're gonna send it to him. All right. So, so
you're
thank you
not.
very much for watching, everyone, or listening,
I'm gonna text
whichever
him
way
right
you do
now.
it. We're gonna go for now. We shall see you in our next video.
Jason. Shall we?
Shut up,
Yeah.
Barry!
Barry, go to your room. Mummy and Daddy are talking.
You're definitely the
If you
mummy.
two were my parents, I would have killed myself already.
Wow, I'm actually heartbroken.
Oh,
You know,
no.
I can't carry on.
Good,
That's
yeah.
enough for me.
Bye,
All
all.
right, yeah. Thank you very much for listening. Well, maybe I'll see you again after I get over my heartbreak.
I love you
Goodbye.
really, Joel.